Dave Andreychuk, the hero tonight with a natural hat trick. The Habs look to wipe out the Boston Bruins tonight, but not so. Ken Linsman will get a goal right here late in the second period, tie things up at 6, and then the Rat gets the game winner in the third with a wraparound. Actually, he'll get a little pinball shot right there, put it in. It was a 7-6 win for Boston. They force a fifth game. Penalty shot for the Caps, down with 30 seconds left in the game, down by a goal. Bobby Carpenter comes in, but no, Billy Smith stops him, and the Islanders hang on, pick up a victory. Final score of 6-4 to 4.
Building, we got nothing to lose. We just got to go into the game with a positive attitude, and hopefully that's going to be in the back of their minds. We just have to work as hard as we can.
Did Perreault's goal turn this game around right at the start of the third period?
Any goal by Gilbert Perreault is going to turn the game around. The fans are just unbelievable tonight. It's great to play at home, but I think, it gave us a good start. We didn't have to struggle through half the period to get a goal. We got it early, and we could work from there.
Well, that goal really got us picked up because we come out for the third period, and right away he put one in. It was a super play, and it just motivated everybody because it started the comeback, and it started Dave Andreychuk, followed suit. Everybody, just really came on strong, and we knew that we could win.
How much of a better goaltender does that make you knowing that these guys are starting to score a lot?
Well, it gives me a lot. It gives me confidence, both in them and more in myself, that if I make a mistake, they're going to be able to put the puck in the net for me, and I think that makes you play a little bit more aggressive, and that's really the way you need to play. And with them playing the way they are, it's making my job a little easier.
So the Sabres at Quebec Tuesday night. You'll see the game right here. Filion does. Mike's stick comes up high, but I tell you, there have been a lot of high sticks in this series, and that one certainly no more intentional than any that Hunter or any of the rest of the Nordiques threw. And Filio, though, says it was malicious, and he wants something done about it.
The Sabres had squared the Adams Division semifinal with the Nordiques at 2 games apiece, something the players felt they were capable of doing all along.
They're down going to the third period, and we just kept plugging away, and we had a good total team effort tonight, and our job isn't done. We still got the game of our lives on Tuesday, and we're going to go in with a little bit better attitude than the last couple of games, that's for sure.
The basic thing we all have to remember is that if any club is going to beat them, let them beat us at our best. Let's not be beaten because we're hesitant to do something and because we're too tight or afraid of making a mistake. And I think the good thing was getting behind in last night's game, and we realized, there's really nothing to hold back for us. We sort of threw caution to the wind.
We got a young bunch of guys that are just going crazy out there right now.
But he stopped the big ones. And for the second night in a row, Dave Andreychuk came up with a big shot.
The big guy back in the lineup after recovering from a broken collarbone topped his game-winning goal in Game 3 with a natural hat trick in Game 4. But Andreychuk gives Gilbert Perreault credit for sparking the comeback.
Any goal by Gilbert Perreault is going to turn the game around. The fans are just unbelievable tonight. It's great to play at home, but I think, it gave us a good start. We weren't struggling. We didn't have to struggle through half the period to get a goal. We got it early, and we could work from there.
We hung in last night. We hung in tonight. They didn't count us out going back up there. Maybe we'll surprise somebody.
At this point, you might expect Quebec to be a bit shell-shocked. Physically, the Sabres put it to the Nordiques, who just look forward to getting back on a bigger rink.
Hard for them to contain us up there. That's why we have success up there, and they have success down here.
We learned in the last 2 games because we were very close to them. We knocked them down, and just didn't give them the room that they need to get the shots away. And
we're in for a real tough game, but we'll definitely be ready to play it.
The scene will now shift to Le Colisée in Quebec City for Game 5 on Tuesday night after the Sabres have turned what looked to be a Nordique sweep into a classic confrontation.
Something they didn't leave here until 1 in the. They got there about 3:30 this afternoon. But they'll be ready.
Did they go to Quebec or did they have to go to Montreal and take a bus in?
No, they went to Quebec and circled around up over the airport there for another hour before they could land because of the fog. The Sabres have a chance to make National Hockey League history tonight, along with the New York Islanders. If both win, Buffalo over Quebec and the Islanders over Washington in Game 5 of their series, it would mark the first time a team has come from 2 games down to win under the current format. Rob Allen has a preview on the Sabres.
Quebec won over 30 regular season games when they were ahead after 2 periods. Now the Nordiques must be collectively shaking their heads after the Sabres clawed their way right back into the series to force Game 5 tonight, both times with 5-goal third periods. It's been over 2 years since Buffalo was involved in a deciding game of a playoff series. Veteran defenseman Jim Schoenfeld, who was superb in Game 4, has his own theory on how the Sabres will react in this latest do-or-die situation.
We're going to do. We're going to do. I mean, everything's on the line, and it's a good feeling. I kind of like that with your back against the wall, and everything you do is really important out there, and each play can be a big play in the game, so I see no reason for a letdown.
What made you believe you could come back, do you think?
I just think, you know, everyone just wanted to keep on playing hockey, and no one wanted to end the season as it was, and we just dug down and gave it our best effort, and if it didn't work out, you know, at least we know we gave 100%.
I think destiny is just a crucial ingredient. It comes down to a 60-minute ball game, and anything can happen, obviously. I've been involved in a couple of these, and the goaltenders seem to play well, and it always seems to be that unsung guy comes up with a big play, and we're hoping that the unsung guy is in our locker room, and we'll be able to go on to the next series.
Unfortunately, history suggests otherwise. No team has ever come from 2 games down to win a 5-game series under the current playoff format. The Sabres, however, are convinced they're about to rewrite the record books. With the Sabres at Le Colisée in Quebec City, this is Rob Allen, Channel 7 Eyewitness Sports.
Should the Sabres win, they would either host Boston or travel to Montreal for the first game of the Adams Division Finals on Thursday. Bruins play Game 5 against the Canadiens at the Forum tonight.
Usually awful after they get there. They haven't won at Le Colisée since December of '82, but they arrived this afternoon after the fog lifted, not in time for a pregame skate. Ed Kilgore reports from Quebec.
The Sabres charter flight, which included the news media, was supposed to leave last night but couldn't leave because of heavy fog here in Quebec. Well, the fog's still here. Our flight was supposed to leave Buffalo at around 10:30 this morning. That was delayed, and then after about an hour flight, we had to circle Quebec another hour before finally landing at around 2:15 this afternoon. How does that affect the team? I don't think at all. They're in excellent spirits. They're laughing, joking, a lot looser club than they were when we came here for the first 2 games. Now, we won't know until much later tonight if that's good or bad. From Quebec City, Ed Kilgore, News Center 2 Sports.
Okay, Ed, now if the Sabres are to successfully complete their mission impossible, they must answer 4 crucial questions tonight. Number 1, with those 2 wins at the... Now, Quebec's goaltending. Gosselin was shaky in Game 3. Bouchard was bombed in Game 4. They'll go back with Gosselin tonight.
He stoned us a couple times in Quebec. I have a feeling they'll probably throw him back in at home, but I think we beat him here. I don't see any reason why we can't beat him at home.
All right, the Sabres reasonably contain that Quebec breakaway pass in Buffalo. Can it be done on the bigger ice surface at Le Colisée?
No way to change anything. We're taking the Goulet's ice away. We're taking Stastny's ice away, and we're not giving players like that any more room. And we've come to realize that that's the way we have to play to be successful.
And finally, the only real question: can they do it? Can the Sabres win at Quebec and get a gorilla off their backs?
It's 4 games, 2 apiece. We got 1 game to go. Guys aren't going to start quitting now just because they're tired.
Well, I picked Buffalo in 5 a week ago. No sense changing that now. Game time is 7:30 tonight on TV2.
And if it is, they'll either play down the road in Montreal on Thursday or meet Boston back in Buffalo. But first things first. And as Pat Price of the Nordiques points out, that larger ice surface favors his team.
In Quebec, we've got more room for guys like Goulet and the Stastnys and our skaters to skate. So, we can generally play a little more wide open up there. And, it's hard for them to contain us up there. That's why we have success up there and they have success down here. The building suits their style and our building suits our style. So it should be a pretty interesting game.
Well, basically, I think we're going to have to sit back a bit more defensively and just kind of counterpunch in the neutral zone. I think if we forecheck too much, it's such a big building there that they're going to have chances to break out 2-on-1, 3-on-2, we'll get some breakaways. If you noticed, the second game we lost in Quebec, 2 of their goals are breakaways. I think they had 4 that night. I think they had 6 the night before. Those are the kind of things that are going to kill us, and we just have to sit back and kind of counterpunch a little bit. And if we can do that, we should be all right.